Ghost of Tsushima. Once again, those shorter streams prior to work days, so not that much of a long stream. But towards the end we go, because actually last session, which I didn't stream because it was actually quite slow, but short one, I decided to not to stream it, and learning from that I decided to maybe I should keep it going, because there was actually one of quite neat missions to do. So because I didn't stream that exactly the last time, I decided like, okay, let's do this one and see how it goes. And when I said towards the end we go, I mean that exactly that, because there's one mission where it basically says that now this will start a longer storyline, and because of that I really didn't want to start it. I figured out maybe it's just better to do a little bit of side missions first. For example, there's one mythic item which I want to do before getting into the storyline, because actually it makes no sense to do it afterwards, except for the sake of, you know, just collecting everything, going for trophies and whatever. And because I'm not into collecting stuff so much, I'd rather just, you know, enjoy the good gear, high quality gear and all that stuff while it's still useful in the game, versus just doing the kind of a useless side quests afterwards. So anyway, means that I am still kind of postponing the big end game, or whatever it is meant to be, for now. I'm just going to do these. Hello, Autumn Leaves. Nice to see you, my British friend. Yes, I'm still enjoying the game a lot. To be honest, I have a very, very mixed feeling in the terms of playing the game, because, I mean, having been played this already for quite a few dozen hours, I have no idea what the exact number is, but probably some 30 something, and I kind of feel that, on the other hand, I have played enough of this game, like I wouldn't mind if it ended with a cool ending and all that stuff, but also I kind of don't want it to stop because it's so good and enjoyable. But yeah, anyway, just going to kind of postpone the main quest for a bit more, because I just wanna, you know, get the good gear and use it while it's actually useful, because everybody knows getting kind of a top tier gear isn't that much of a useful thing in the end, like when you have defeated the main boss and the game basically is saying like, hey, if you still want to just, you know, enjoy the game and see the rest and just collect it all like Pokemon or something like that, you're just doing it for the sake of, you know, collecting stuff versus actually being useful. So my plan is to still kind of like postpone the climatic ending, so to speak, and do these normal quests for the time being. And because of this being one of those kind of a shorter streams, I actually didn't want to yell about it on the Discord server. I just decided to just spontaneously start streaming and just, I don't know, those who just jump in, well, cool to have it, but I mean it's not like mandatory thing, obviously. So people just come and go as they please. Like that's the thing with always with the streams. Now with those weekend streams, it's obviously a little bit different because then I can actually, you know, notify people in advance. Like, hey, I will be going for 4 hours. It's gonna be longer session and all that stuff. But for instance, this weekend I decided not to stream because I had some other stuff to do. So basically there was just like normal unboxing Rauta stream instead of gaming stream, which it seems people liked, and there were more audience than typical gaming stream, which is I guess kind of a given. Alright, let's see what I have next in line. Oops. Doing that Mongol outpost. The really nice thing with this game has been since the very beginning, and in my opinion getting better as we speak, is that most of these side quests are actually really nice and enjoyable. Not only in terms of being fun to play, but also come on. But also story-wise. Okay, this is just waste of arrows, it seems. So this guy was basically sneaking up on me. That's no way. So what the hell, this guy just fell. And this guy is just... very, very dramatic deaths. One thing that is what I also like this game is the soundtrack. It's so different from Western games. So I've been kind of like thinking about actually listening to this game's soundtrack after I finished the game.
あそこだろうな。お主は2を求めて逃げろ。
What also is really nice with the game is that this is very, very rewarding in terms of exploring around, and, you know, gathering stuff. As you can see, I'm usually quite an active collector of things here, and the reason is this: I kind of like I'm very tempted to just, you know, go around these places and gather the stuff. So while the crafting is kinda unnecessary in games like this, I also think it's very nicely done, so one can easily just pick up stuff. Because it's not really slowing down the action. Also, I was just browsing today when the Xbox Next Generation is available for pre-ordering. I knew it's gonna be just in 2 days, so probably gonna pre-order the new Xbox on Tuesday. That guy is blind. Okay, let's not waste time because so yeah, going to get the new Xbox, as soon as it's available. That is roughly
なんと強いお侍だ。
2 months from now on. That is
もう安全だ。
20th
助かりま
of
した。
November, something
よ
like
くぞ
that.
あの浪人ども。
宿の女に頼まれて参った。
奴らの中には槍川家の老頭もおりました。
反乱の残党か。民を襲うとは落ちたものだ。
近くに友がおります。平助と聖次郎、それと喜三太です。
良いことを聞いた。殺された仲間を弔った後、どこかへ逃げろ。
Also, it seems that the Witcher 3 is available for free on next generation of consoles. Once you have it on this generation of consoles, and I was planning to start Witcher 3 after this one, but it seems, because I really don't have the time to finish it before the next generation, that I guess I will wait for the next generation to arrive, because I already have the game on PS4, and if it's for free on PS5 then as well, I could just easily wait a couple of more months and start it on PS5 if there's like graphics improved and stuff like that. So I don't know, I don't feel like starting anything longer, any bigger game at this point, because it kind of seems pointless. After all, I still will be spending time, at least a couple of weeks, with this game alone, and if the new console then again is right there with new games, I kind of feel inclined to just wait a little bit more. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, but first play this one and then see how much time there is before the new generation is here. But yeah, not starting Witcher 3 just yet, even though I kind of promised Jorkatura that it would be my next big game after I finished Ghost of Tsushima. Oh no, now it's just messed me up with my killing stream. I was about to start it with this enemy and then not. Well, I kind of disagree about the launch games because, for example, there is like Watch Dogs Legion and Cyberpunk 2077 and also new Assassin's Creed on launch. So plenty of those big-ass games, but then again, Witcher 3 might be the selling point for those who are not sure if they should go right away for Cyberpunk. Because, I mean, after all, it's the same gaming company, and it kind of would serve as an advertisement. Also, it's like something like 4 or 5 years old game now, so it's not like they're gonna lose a lot of revenue because of that. So in my opinion, there's a lot of reasons why to kind of let it for free. Besides, it seems to be the general policy with gaming companies to let the newer version for free. Even Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs are doing that. So basically, Ubisoft is kind of encouraging people to buy now this Assassin's Creed or Watch Dogs on this generation, and when they are upgrading to the next generation of consoles, they're getting the same game for free. Especially on Xbox, this is even more expanded than on PS5. But even PS5 is doing something like that with some games. So it makes this transition phase from the current generation to next generation much more easier. So I guess they're learning from the past mistakes where people are actually waiting proper reasons to to buy the new console. For example, now Halo, which is one of those flagship games for new Xbox. I mean, it was postponed, so obviously these game console companies need a good reason for people to buy that. I mean, there are lots of people like me who want to have that new console right away in the beginning, no matter what, because they want to be like the spearhead of gamers, getting new games on new platform as soon as possible. Also, now that 8K graphics is available because of new NVIDIA graphics card on PCs, the competition is it's like more, how to say, intense now. I mean, game consoles really have to fight against PC even more than before, because gaming consoles are, with this current generation and new generation, still very much clinging to 4K, which is obviously a lot better than most movies and TV series, but still, when they are opposed by 8K graphics on PC, it's an intense battle for platform, and we will see a lot more of that PC master race and all kind of stuff in the future as well. So it's not only about games, but also about like platforms for their own reasons. Now I should be checking out when I can actually upgrade my bow. Only 5 more U-wood and then I'm ready to rock and roll. That'll be great. Alright, I guess I will... Hey, Autumn Leaves is mentioned here. Autumn Leaves, are you still awake? Are you still following the stream? There is Duel under Autumn Leaves. But yeah, we live very interesting times in terms of PC and console gaming because of this competition, not only with games but platforms, even more than before, I would say. So it's gonna be an interesting thing in next few months. Yeah, I mean, this discussion is nothing new as such. And basically every generation has gone through the same thing. PS2, PS3, PS4, PS5. And yeah, I agree. It comes down to the user experience, and also what, in my opinion, means a lot is that how good games you have. Like, it doesn't matter if you have the best gaming PC in the world if you don't have games like Ghost of Tsushima there. Goddamn piggy. And yeah, that Windows platform is definitely sort of a hindrance. But what also matters, in my opinion, is that not everybody wants to play with mice and keyboard. People like me want to just sit down on a recliner and watch the game on a big telly instead of a monitor and desktop keyboard, mouse, and etc. For example, I like to, because I mean I work at a remote office. For me, it's like I spend my workday at the on the computer anyway, at the office basically, home office. Well, I killed the pig on while riding. Yeah, but the other pig got away. And it's kind of a pointless to waste arrows on them. Anyway, for example, when I spend my time at the office, doing work by the computer, I kind of want to get away from it all after work, which means I am not so inclined to sit by my computer after work even more, especially when I have all this Rauta stuff, doing reviews and other videos after work or during work or whatever. So basically what I want to do is get rid of that feeling that I am on my work computer. So when I play on my PlayStation, like for example right now, and I'm sitting on my recliner watching the big television screen instead of my computer monitor, it's different setting, even though I'm basically sitting down like just 1 meter away from my computer. But the mindset is different. So it's a very psychological thing basically. Yeah, let's pet the fox. But yeah, obviously there are still some PC exclusives which just cannot be overlooked. And as of recently, I have bought a couple of PC games which I haven't done in many years. For example, I can play Civilization on iPad, but now that I have actually a good PC and I could basically play Civilization while, listening to my metal albums, like why the hell not, especially when it was on discount for like 15 euros. Also, I decided to buy Elite Dangerous on PC versus consoles because I just happen to have a joystick. So I figured out it might be cooler that way. But for example, the new Cyberpunk, Watch Dogs, and Assassin's Creed are type of games which I rather enjoy by big screen, sitting on my recliner, sipping whiskey.
人の道から外れた畜生め。
良い面構えだぞ。さあ早く来い。切り殺したくてたまらないのだ。
I think I read some news about Descent, but I must say I really didn't get that much into Descent back in the days. But there were this couple of games which I really can't remember right now, which I really liked. It's not Privateer, but it was this Volition-made games which had this really cool space combat. What the hell it was? I really can't remember the name right now. Oops! This guy is gonna slice me up.
早く来れば誰も切らずに済んだのだ。
誰事？
Ooh, barely made it. Yeah, I remember Descent being one of those games which were so weird at the time because, you know, doing the 3D world in so different ways. I never played Portal, by the way, even though I had it with Half-Life. I'm actually thinking of playing Half-Life 2 a second time because I never did the DLCs. So now I'm in an interesting place. Like, I have only one quest here, basically, which is the one right here in the map, the Fate of Tsushima. But this would start the main quest, or continue with that. And I'm inclined to get my Mystic part, the armor or something. Yeah, that's why I wanted to kind of play Portal back in the day, but you know, with World of Warcraft, everything in my PC gaming kind of changed because of well, what can I say? Because of speak with the musician. Where art thou? It changed because I mean back in the days when I were really active with World of Warcraft, I basically spent almost all my gaming hours into World of Warcraft, and suddenly other games kind of got forgotten. I remember when I had this passion to play Viet Cong 2 because I really liked the first Viet Cong game. And my first point of annoyance or weirdness was that there is nobody to talk to. There is no in-game chat. Obviously, it's a
酒井様
single-player game.
ご無事でしたか。
手先の菅笠衆は全て倒した。
小次郎も知っておりました。やはりこの世のものではないのです。
戻ってきたのか。
さようです。直々にあなたを手にかけるため近江寺の洞で待つと申しておりました。
近江は我が故郷だ。それを知ってのことか。
お気をつけください。修羅の呪いを受けた鎧は持ち主に力を与えます。
好みで確かめよう。
何卒ご武運を。
Alright, this guy playing Burzum Riffs is waiting for me to travel here. And suddenly, a new place emerges. Excellent. While I have no regrets, obviously, playing World of Warcraft for so many years, I still kind of feel like how many games I missed because of that. Now I know it's waste of time and energy to even think about it, but still. Let's see if I am getting a big ass duel. And I really must check out what's going on with my bow. Still 4 U-woods missing. What an embarrassing way to come down. Six plates of Kojiro. I'm pretending this to be an interesting yet hard duel. Let's see how it goes. A cool place, by the way. Lots of candles, floating candles.
お主の鎧、修羅の呪いを受けておると聞いた。
信じてくれるか。
この世にあってはならぬものだ。
Oh god damn it, this guy seems to be a badass, or then I just suck with the combat. Which is a likely possibility. For some reason my... I don't know what's going on. It's lagging somehow. Anyway, can't use that as an excuse. Something is a little off with me. That guy hits hard. I even can't heal. What the hell? Like, what the hell is going on? This healing doesn't work. So there's definitely something off with this combat. And, holy fuck, there's no way I can really block those. And it really doesn't help that I have in the beginning too little resolve. And there is no backtracking right now, so it's not like I go feel my resolve meters. I'm fucked. I'm seriously fucked. Hail, Alex. Oh, god damn it. But it's at least getting a little bit better. Too bad this... I'm lacking this resolve badly. Because now I can really use the special attack. Yeah, these boss combats basically are like... Oh yes, and there. I was so afraid I was gonna lose the grasp in the end. Hello, Alex. How are you doing, man? I still have actually Dark Souls 3 waiting for me to start it. I haven't because I know I don't have the guts to finish it. But maybe I should give. This game has actually put me a little bit forward in the terms that maybe I could give Dark Souls and Bloodborne another chance. Interesting armor, to say the least. But not likely I'm gonna start using this one. Yeah, so I heard that Demon Souls is coming on PS5. Uh, to be honest, I don't know how big deal will be to people because I mean, obviously it's for those who are Dark Souls and Bloodborne maniac. I mean, it's like 2 generational game already, and all that. But I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it will be a big deal. I'm more kind of hoping that they would actually bring um, bring back Mass Effect series because I skipped that series totally at the time when it was released, and basically I'm very much the target audience for that kind of game. I mean the whole trilogy. And I guess it was one of those games which I just skipped because of well, World of Warcraft. Is my day job hard? No, it isn't because it's mainly just writing stuff, which is something that I do as a hobby and have been doing writing for a long time as my job. It's also translating, updating social media pages and stuff like that. So my day job is usually actually quite enjoyable. It's relatively easy, even though sometimes you have to have those creative moments when you're creating text, which is not just pure translation. But usually it's not hard. Especially it's hard when you have weird new product which you basically don't know, and you're lacking some Finnish words like technical terms for some things, and you just have to try to find out proper words, or when there is not such terms used in Finnish but maybe in English, you try to figure out those translation which might then again feel as if they make sense to the professional journalists as well. But usually my day job is really nice. I have a super nice boss who is also a good friend of mine. So most of my day job days are really, really nice and easy. Relaxing even sometimes because some days I just do kind of a brainless jobs, like lots of Googling. So I listen to music while just basically doing really easy jobs. So it can be quite, you know, flow like state. But about my worst job, I really have to think about it because I really haven't had really horrible jobs. Um, I mean, I've been working in the gaming industry since 1997, so really haven't had hard time here. But I have had other jobs before this, but I don't think none of them were actually hard or worse. Worse jobs. I mean, it wasn't that bad. Yorkatur, what do you mean by screwing? Mass Effect. Now what to do? There are plenty of places where I could go. Just running about. I don't know if it actually makes sense. Well, I'm gonna do a little bit of running around because I have to be going in maybe like 30-40 minutes. So I guess I will just see if there's some random missions which I could do before going to bed, because I kinda want to postpone starting the main quest or continuing with it. I mean, anyway, today, because I won't be able to finish it. And also, what's going on with this one of Mythic Quest's Way of the Flame? Where is this one? Oh, there's this kind of mission. Actually, I could do this one at the moment. Instead of going randomly about. Maybe then I could actually start the main quest.
助かったぞ。
Because maybe that randomly running around doesn't make that much sense.
ノリオ、そう解き伏せたのか。
納得したものの恐怖心が勝っております。
仕方あるまい。
Alright, Yorgo, now I get it. I think even the first Dragon Age was a little bit of disappointing, because, I mean, they wanted to be so much more original than doing more Dungeons and Dragons, like, you know, Baldur's Gate and the like. But in my opinion, Dragon Age, the original one, the first one, was actually way more generic world than Dungeons and Dragons, so in my opinion it was actually more boring. The fights were kind of a fun, but I don't know, nothing too shabby about it.
壁にそうか逃げ切れるでしょうか。
I
wouldn't call it great, but it was good.
ご本尊と法華経を守らねば。
そうの命より価値あるものか。俺だけでは救えぬぞ。
何百年もの教えが詰まった寺ですよ。見捨てられません。
代わりに僧が焼けるぞ。
寺を守ることが私の務め。
Never played the sequels. I still do actually have Dragon Age Inquisition as, I think, as a promotional copy or code. I don't even remember. I think it's I have a promotional disc on it laying around. 5 times. I had hard time finishing the first. Not hard time because it was hard, but I mean, it wasn't that enjoyable. It was playable, definitely, but much like with Skyrim, I felt like too much repetition and all that stuff. There were some nice ideas and all, but I don't know. It wasn't great. Yeah, that was more fun in that respect. And again, it also had group mechanics, so it was... Fuck you guys. But I think Dragon Age actually had quite a lot of potential to be really good. And technically it was paying a lot of homage to games like Baldur's Gate and the like, but wasn't that captivating. What I'm actually waiting for now that talking about Baldur's Gate is Baldur's Gate 3, even though I never finished Baldur's Gate 2 because, well, I don't know, something came up with at the same time. But Baldur's Gate 3 actually looks very, very promising. Yeah, Skyrim is exactly that, but compared to World of Warcraft, which I was playing at the time, Skyrim felt like a limited version of World of Warcraft. Basically like a demo tape of Burzum versus Burzum album. If you know what I mean. Lots the same, but still missing some kind of a cool key elements. I remember playing first Baldur's Gate as co-op. And of course I started Baldur's Gate 2, but I really don't remember what happened, why I didn't finish it. And I remember it was very tempting because it had this kind of a this idea that it's basically like combination of third edition of Dungeons and Dragons as well as second edition. But now it feels totally outdated. I mean, third edition is actually nice role-playing system. But nowadays it just feels very, very outdated. God damn it, I already had that ghost mode ready, and one hit from that guy was a little bit too slow. I lost it. just waste his ghost mode on just one enemy? Okay, now I'm getting screwed here. Oh no! I don't have any health left. And therefore, finally some combat that was actually a little bit hard. No. All right. Come on now. Seems like Yorkatoru, you had definitely some good stuff going on, definitely. I mean, even with these kind of basic computer games, having this kind of role-playing elements, which get you in the mood and more kind of a deeper in the game world, I think they add definitely a layer of atmosphere in the music. I mean, some people can think it's totally too geeky and stuff, but who cares? I mean, it's their problem if they cannot really embrace imagination and enjoy the game. I mean, on that level.
これだけの大敗ならば、猛虎が戻ることはなかろう。
こたびのご恩、決して忘れません。
一人で戦ったのではないぞ。
しかし、あのお叱りがなかったら、大勢が死にました。
これからどうする？
杉寺に戻ろうと思います。
猛虎を倒すため、お主の助力を超えるか？
無論です。杉寺が総出で力をお貸ししましょう。
赤島で会おう。
早く本土を調べましょう。
Oh, that's kind of a goofy tactic.
こちらへ来てください。そんな。兄は寺を守った折に二つ名を授かりました。
本尊を守れず無念であったな。
しかし戒めは得ました。救えるなら救え。なれど全ていつか散りゆくと。
形あるものは消えても教えは残るな。
But anyway, Baldur's Gate 3 is definitely something to check out for. We're still playing our 5th edition role-playing campaign at the moment, the Undermountain version, and our characters are on level 7, and that's a 20 level campaign. So we will have months and months before we're finished with the campaign. But it's been nicely playing that on virtual tabletop because it actually reminds me a lot of Icewind Dale and Baldur's Gates. Jorgatur, that sounds like quite a cheesy tactics. Let's see. Yeah, we have a couple of those players in my game group. They're kind of a min-maxing type. And it's kind of unfair towards those gamers who don't, do that. Yeah. I think our group was one of those server seconds. There was one Alliance guild which always beat to us on our server, but we were always like the second one. Gyro, I can tell you a lot of, at least in Finland, a lot of black metal guys are gamers, role-playing gamers, console gamers. I mean, Satanic War Master is a really good and stereotypical example of being an avid gamer. But also, I happen to know that, for example, Spellgod of Horna, also active gamer, and there are a lot of people, at least in Finnish black metal scene, who are gamers. Then again, there are people like Mikko Aspa of Clandestine Blaze, which I don't think games at all. But I know for a fact that me and Satanic War Master are not exceptions to this stuff, and quite a few are also kind of a geeky style in terms of being like fantasy literature and stuff like that. I mean, that is kind of a given with all that Tolkien stuff. I mean, come on, bands like Gorgoroth, Burzum, and so forth, Isengard, obviously were so much Tolkien inspired. So it's kind of a given that these guys are geeks, and well, gaming isn't something that is very much related to that stuff as well. Oh, Yorkador, I didn't actually know that, but yeah, figures. Yeah, he made this Mufarog game. But to be honest, I don't actually have any interest towards that particular game. It might be cool. I really don't know, but I don't know. One reason why I go for mainstream games like um, Dungeons and Dragons is that there's so many source books, adventures, and stuff like that. So you don't run out of books and adventures and stuff
登り旗はございましたか
with mainstream
謀
stuff.
反者の槍川家が猛虎と戦っているという噂があります。奴らは心変わりしたという声も聞きますが、はてさて。
槍川の民は志村殿に加勢したぞ。あの町も大勢の死者を出した。
さようでございますね。過去は忘れられずとも。
Yeah, mainstream is I mean, Dungeons and Dragons is game mechanics wise, it's so honed, so well done, so well balanced that it's really nice to play, and there are lots of source books, lots of history,
ご
lots
尽
of
力くださ
lore.
り誠にありがとうございました。
I mean, the world is kind of neutral and not that inspiring, but because of that lots of history, and as a dungeon master, you can always just, change whatever you like. So it doesn't really matter. But my ideal would be kind of a Warhammer type of world, which is really dark and there are no good guys, accompanied with the amount of material in Dungeons and Dragons. And yeah, making your own adventures can be a lot of fun, but it's also so goddamn time consuming that it's just easier to go with the ready products. So that's why I favor, those adventures which are just read and go, basically. Still wondering where the hell is the last place, like the last unliberated place on this goddamn map. Yeah, there has been talk about that, and it's getting ridiculous that even role-playing games are getting social justice. Like, hey, we need social justice for drow elves. Like, like there could be good guys in drow elves as well. They're like, no shit. There has been Dritstro Urden type of rebellious drow for ages. And orcs have been the traditional enemy for ages. So I don't know, it really sounds really stupid. But I mean, I don't care if orcs are playable or not. It won't change a thing. One thing that has been interesting in Dungeons and Dragons Fifth Element is that with these new characters, adventures, I mean, sorry, uh, there are more, for example, lesbian or homosexual characters than before. I mean, when you're reading adventures, you might see that there are like two guys or two women in love with each other. It doesn't really change much of a thing in the world. I mean, it's just one NPC which is in love with the same gender. But that's a thing they have been changing quite recently in the past few years. Maybe it's important to some people that even fantasy worlds have those, but to be honest, it doesn't change every day's role-playing experience at all.
道中おがけのものでお守りして信ぜよ。
痛み入ります。
I don't think it does that, Gyro, but I get your point. And now I'm starting the main line because there are no other quests anymore. Sorry, my mic is busted with this USB connection is a little bit busted. Anyway, I don't think it will change actually a thing. It's more about, in my opinion, virtue signaling than anything else. Because things will be like they have been before.
お働き伺いましたぞ。志村殿をお救いし、さらに無礼な槍川までまとめ上げたとか。
戦は不慣れですが、信用に足る者たちです。
After all, people run their games as they have always been running those games. So, for example, if there is a more conservative type of a gamer, it's not like suddenly there will be more bisexual characters or whatever, pansexual. Things will just continue as they were, in my opinion. And both are okay. I don't care if they're happy lesbian orcs. I mean, it is what it is. You might have done it for decades even without game system or adventure supporting that notion. And then again, if you are a conservative type, you will just remove those lesbian relationships anyway. So I don't think anything will really change. But yeah, I think it's just about business, really. You know, you want to make your business inclusive. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. And besides, role-playing games have always been about your imagination. So if you want to play a character who has 2 dicks or 4 eyes or who is zero sexual, it's okay. Nobody gives a damn. It's all about experience, treasure, and loot. And leveling up your characters, mainly. Yeah. But I mean, historical things are different than fantasy games, so wouldn't worry about too much realism when we are throwing fireballs at dragons. I think I will just finish this gaming session with these bamboo strikes because I'm out of whiskey. Well, not technically, I have half a bottle here. But just emptied my glass, so I think I will do this bamboo strike and then head to bed. I have training day tomorrow as well as work. Oh, I didn't think I was gonna do it. Alright. Looks great. Yes, exactly what Jorkatur just said right there. Nothing is for free and everything is a result of the choices we or our ancestors made. So there's that. So let's just talk with the guy on the top of the watchtower, and that shall be my save game moment.
良い働きであったな。これだけの兵が集えば城を取り戻せる。
ですが竜蔵は逃がし、ハーンには捕らえられて寝返るよう迫られました。
ハーンと話したのか。
捕まった折に。
知っておれば兵を率いて助けに向かった者を。
ユナに救われました。しかれどもその弟が犠牲に。
そやつの痛みもそなたが耐えた苦しみもハーンに償わせてくれよ。
Anyway, tomorrow I will have my gaming night with my buddies, continuing with the Undermountain adventure. So I won't be streaming or playing Ghost of Tsushima tomorrow, but likely on Tuesday.
今日は叔父と甥として戦に赴くが、明日は共に勝利を祝おう。父と子として。
So we're going towards the end with this game.
侍は何よりも誉れを重んじる。
Big things going.
それゆえ奴らは愚直で測りやすく組みしやすい。だがクロードは底知れぬ。ゆえに手強く恐ろし
い。利は我らにある。対馬の命運をこの戦で決しよう。
ハーンを討ち取りましょう。共に。
そして鎌倉に吉報を届けるぞ。対馬の勇士たちよ、これよりコトゥンハーンを討ち取り、我が城を取り戻し、もう子供を対馬から打ち払う。
The fate of Tsushima. Oh no, it will be an interesting.
皆殺しだ。おじけつくな。戦え。
One kill away from of this ghost mode. So let's do it. So just gonna save here in the middle of combat because I know this could really just take a long time to finish this and I really need to get to sleep. So anyway, thank you for being part of the stream once again, and I hope to see you in a couple of days with more streaming coming your way. Take care and good night, good day, good afternoon, or whatever you're having right where you are. See you and talk to you later. Bye bye.